This is the North Shore Community Association's podcast, November 6th, 2020. Hello again. This is Max Cote, the NSCA Development Agent.
And this is Annie Lafrenière, the NSCA Programs and Communications Coordinator.
We have a great interview this week. We will present our fifth interview with a community member. Following this interview, we will have our usual news of community events and services. This is the fifth interview of a community member on the NSCA podcast. We are presently recording at baie-comeau High School with Principal Stephen Kohner. He's been a resident of baie-comeau just shy of 30 years. He is very active in the community, involved with the local Anglican diocese for many years now, and lay incumbent of the Church of St. Andrew and St. George. He's also involved with the local branch of Legion of Veterans in baie-comeau. Hello, Stephen. Happy to be with you today.
Oh, thank you.
What specific activities are planned for this year's Remembrance Day?
Well, it's not going to look the same as in past years, that is for sure. On November the 11th, there will be a ceremony at Port-cartier, promptly at 11. However, it's going to be very short. There's only going to be one wreath that is laid. There is no assembly of veterans. There's no...
Keep going. That's fine. We're in a school.
There's no speeches, so it's curtailed to the absolute minimum, and that's by the directive of the Quebec Provincial Command. So the Legion here is not necessarily in charge of what they can do and what they cannot do.
So are the students of BCHS going at all to the memorial?
No, there's a maximum of 25 people per gathering. So what's going to happen is we're going to invite the homeroom teachers or the period 3 teachers to tune into CBC and have a live webcast from the War Memorial in Ottawa. So we thought that was the best solution. We're also going to have our poppies. We have our posters that are going to be around. We're going to have our wreath here and our flags. So there will certainly be a presence. It's just we're not going to be physically present at Port-cartier.
Okay. So when it comes to community participants on the events of November 11th, they will not be invited to be at the Port-cartier either.
No, there is no public invitation. If you show up, you show up. However, there will be limitations as to what you can do.
Right. As for the poppies, what is planned for the poppy sales this year?
Well, actually, tomorrow, October 30th, is the official launch of the Poppy campaign for Quebec. Poppies will be made available in stores and restaurants such as Tim Hortons, Walmart, Rossi, Maxi, the post office. Certainly there's poppies here at baie-comeau High School and the Church of St. Andrew and St. George. So the distribution is still going to go on. However, let's say at Walmart, we usually have the students volunteer to give out poppies. That is not happening this year. No youth are able to participate. So, example, I will be there on Saturday afternoon. I think it's November 7th. And we actually do not pin the poppies onto the people. So we ask for the donation, and you just take a poppy and pin it on your coat yourself. But the poppy campaign is full steam ahead, and we're ready to go.
Well, thank you, Mr. Kohner, for your time today. And I hope next year we can see each other at the Remembrance Day event with plenty of community members.
Yeah, let's hope. Let's hope, because this is the 2020 is the 75th anniversary of the end of World War II. That's what they're marking this year. So.
Okay, thanks. I hope you enjoyed Stephen Kohner's interview on the Remembrance Day activities this year. Now we'll present the community services and events.
This Sunday, the Ciné-Centre in baie-comeau and sept-îles will present the English movie Let Him Go, a drama thriller filmed by director Thomas Bezucha, starring Diane Lane and Kevin Costner. Following the loss of their son, a retired sheriff and his wife leave their Montana ranch to rescue their grandson from the clutches of a dangerous family living off the grid in the Dakotas. The movie will be presented in both Ciné-Centre Sunday, November 8th at 6:40 p.m.
November is Radon Awareness Month. Radon is a radioactive gas that forms from uranium present in the Earth's crust. Radon can seep into buildings, particularly through foundations. It can sometimes accumulate and reach levels that can lead to health risks. Radon is the second leading cause of lung cancer after smoking. It is also the leading cause of lung cancer in non-smokers. To know the concentration of radon in your house, you must use a measuring instrument called a dosimeter. It is advisable to conduct the measurement over a period of at least 3 months and perform radon measurement during winter. You can measure radon concentrations in your house by yourself or hire a professional. To measure radon concentration levels in your house by yourself, you need a dosimeter and use it according to the manufacturer's instructions. It will cost you about $45 to purchase a dosimeter and have the results analyzed by a lab. To get a dosimeter, you can order one from the Quebec chapter of the Lung Association's website, pq.lung.ca. You can also go to the CAA, the Canadian Automobile Association's Quebec's website, or buy a test kit from a local hardware store. To access a full document of information about radon awareness in English, you can consult the www.quebec.ca website following the Homes and Housing, Healthy Living Environment, Residential Radon tabs.
For the past 6 decades, November 20th has marked World Children's Day to remind the world that young people have the right to be respected as individuals and to grow up in an environment that allows them to achieve their full potential. Since 2009, Avenir d'Enfants has been actively connecting with a wide range of local and regional stakeholders around the province to address issues related to the development of babies and toddlers. Thus was born a provincial movement bringing together engaged organizations and individuals to put issues concerning the development of babies and toddlers front and center. The 5th edition of Early Childhood Week is coming up from November 15th to the 21st. It's a great opportunity to promote awareness, dialogue, and engagement regarding the development of the very youngest member of society. The NSCA is a proud supporter of Early Childhood Week. If you would like to read more about this movement, go to www.grandesemaine.com and select the English tab.
On Tuesday, November 17th, Éduque-la-Loi and Seniors Action Quebec will offer an online event, Seniors and Cannabis, everything you wanted to know but were afraid to ask. Learn your legal rights and responsibilities with host, lawyer Alain Deschamps. Mr. Deschamps is a former defense lawyer working as a plan language specialist and translator with the Legal Information Center Éduque-la-Loi. Mr. Deschamps will be addressing the following: cannabis and driving. What are the limits? Possession of cannabis, how much can you have and where can you have it? And what are the laws about traveling with cannabis? You can also learn about the different types of cannabis and the potential medical benefits of cannabis for seniors with Anne Millet. Anne Millet is a microbiologist and industry specialist. We'll be focusing on the following topics and questions: the differences between THC and CBD, how cannabis affects the body, who can benefit from cannabis as a medical treatment, and different ways to consume cannabis. This event will happen on Tuesday, November 17th, 9:30 a.m. to 11:30 a.m. To register to this event, email your name and phone number to info@seniorsactionquebec.ca. Deadline to register is November 16th, 12 p.m.
How do we practice healthy lifestyle habits to manage stress in the middle of a global pandemic? Concordia University Performance Center's Christina Weiss shares strategies related to keeping active. Join us to learn how COVID-19 impacts your daily habits and ways to change. If you want to attend this Community Health Education Program, or CHEP, Moving Well During the COVID-19 Pandemic, Wednesday, November 18th at 10 a.m. Call the NSCA office in baie-comeau, 418-296-1545, or sept-îles, 418-968-3148. We will send you a Zoom link a few days before the event.
Would you like a first aid and CPR workshop in sept-îles? For parents and caregivers of children 0 to 6 years old, there will be an emphasis on CPR for small children 0 to 2 years of age. Join us Saturday, November 21st from 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. and 1 p.m. to 3 p.m. for a 4-hour workshop. Places are limited and the cost is $20. For more information or to register, message Hélène Bélanger at h.bélanger@quebecnorthshore.org or call 418-296-1545.
And that is the end of this week's show. We would like to remind you to stay informed on our Facebook page, as all services and activities are subject to change if unexpected situations arise. If you have comments or suggestions for our bi-weekly podcast, you can email Max Cote at m.cote@quebecnorthshore.org. Tune in 2 weeks from now, where we will present interviews, services, and community activities on our beautiful North Shore.
Thanks to our sponsor for this show, the Secrétariat aux relations avec les Québécois d'expression anglaise.